Season one was a step, a good step. But season two, it's going to be even better. That's right. Welcome to the season two premiere of Top Pops. No introduction needed. You already know who I am. This is going to be a two-part episode, so this is just part one. Because I'm going to reveal all the ones that I've purchased during my downtime. So buckle up, sit back, and hang tight. Because we're in for a long ride. Let's just get right to it. Before we get started, I want to take a quick review of my shelf. This is everything that was bought in season one. But since I've had some downtime, I've rearranged things. So season two is going to start off like this. We're going to have all our Power Ranger and DC pop vinyls on this top shelf right here. The second shelf is going to be all WWE. Yes, there's only 5 WWE figures, and there are 5 that aren't WWE figures, but they will be moved eventually. The third shelf, all Marvel. Marvel, Marvel, Marvel. And then the fourth shelf down here, video games, movies, TV, sports. Now we got the shelf situations set up, let's jump into the review, shall we? From the hit TV show Gotham, Detective James Gordon. Books A Million is where I found this in Paducah, Kentucky. And this is actually the first Gotham one I've seen. Gotham is like one of my favorite shows, so I can't wait for it to come back on TV in September. Really cool figure. He's got his badge, he's got his gun. Real cool pickup. Only paid about $5 for it. So for all my Gotham fans, this one's for you. 2017 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Joker-inspired Batman. Really cool figure. He's got the gold teeth. As you can see, he's got Joker spray painted across his chest. He has I don't know if you can see it, a gold batarang. It's just a really cool figure. It was released about a couple of weeks ago along with a Tony Stark exclusive and quite a few more. So, and this is based off Suicide Squad. So, if you see this, pick it up. Just pick it up. My first double pack. As you can see, well, it really needs no introduction. Best Buy exclusive. Picked this up in Jackson, Tennessee. And I actually already have this Spider-Man, so I'll be making an announcement about this one. But I don't have Peter Parker. This is really cool. You get to see both sides of Peter Parker in this set. Definitely go pick this one up if you are a Spider-Man fan. This is from the Spider-Man Homecoming series. Go pick this one up. My first variant from the Tekken series, Tekken King, with the cape. And there's the cape in the back. A little bit of backstory behind this one. Really cool figure. Tekken King actually is one of my favorite characters in the Tekken series, so it's really cool. He's based off of a professional wrestler, so I had to pick him up. And again, a Best Buy exclusive. So if you go into Best Buy and you see this, definitely go pick this one up. To complete the DC Superheroes Imposter series, it's the Harley Quinn Imposter. Found this at Best Buy in Jackson. Really cool. She's decked out in her trademark red and black. Really cool. Really, really cool. And this, like I say, completes my Imposters collection. So there we go. I've actually seen this one in many, many stores. Just never really thought to pick it up, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up. So it's Harley. She's an imposter, and she completes the imposter series. We know him as Edward Nygma, aka the Riddler. This is the 1966 version of the Riddler. Really cool. I found him in FYE, and I really love this figure. It's the classic Riddler. Really cool. Really, really cool. Again, I had to pay tribute to the 60s version of the Riddler. You can pretty much find this bad boy anywhere, in any GameStop or any FYE if you're close to one. So if you're a fan of the original Batman show, pick this guy up. This next one, you're going to really get a kick out of it, and it's going to bring the little kid out of you. Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. This is my first Disney one. This was actually part of my childhood right here, so definitely definitely had to pick this one up. I found this one in Jackson. Drake Mallard is his alter ego, suburban father. At night, he turns into Darkwing Duck. I'm just mad because the show only lasted one season, and they finally decided to pay tribute to it, and so did I. So if you are a fan of one of the great Disney cartoons that didn't get the recognition it deserves, by all means, go pick this one up, along with Launchpad McQuack and his daughter. Betty Kane, aka Batgirl. And this is also from the 1960 television show. Really cool figure. I found this at GameStop in Paducah. Really cool. So utility belt, she's ready. If I'm not mistaken, I only think Betty Kane appeared in a few episodes. I'm not really sure. I could be wrong, but they paid tribute to her, and really cool. So again, for my Batman fans, pick this one up. Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin. Another one from the 1960 Batman. And I'm going to zoom in, and as you can see, he's holding his trademark umbrella. Signature top hat. He's ready. He's coming up with something. So, really cool figure. Found this one at GameStop in Jackson. They've actually got a lot of the classic Batmans out too. I'm about 2 away from completing that set. Actually 3. I need Robin, Mr. Freeze, and King Tut. So, yeah, it's Penguin. So, Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. Attorney by day, vigilante by night. And this is mass vigilante Daredevil. As you can see, he's blind, but he uses his other 4 senses to do what he has to do. I found this at Books A Million in Paducah. It's about $5. And it's a really cool figure. And I've never seen this version of Daredevil. I've always seen him in the red. I've never seen him in the black. So, had to go with the opposite. But I will eventually get the other Daredevil as well. So, for my Daredevil fans, this one's for you. I have been looking everywhere for this guy, and I finally found him. And this is not just any Superman. This is classic Superman. This is from Series 2 of the DC Universe Pop Heroes. Really, really cool figure. I found this guy in Best Buy in Jackson. I'm actually glad I finally found him. I've been looking for a classic Superman for a while, and I finally got my hands on one. He walks around with his S on his chest. I walk around with a tattoo. So, my Superman fans, this one's for you. You just made the list. That's right. WWE Chris Jericho, equipped with list and scarf. I don't know if you can see the scarf. Yeah. This one, really cool. You know, I've always been a fan of Chris Jericho, whether it's all of his work he's done with Fozzy or him as an in-ring competitor. It's really cool. And this is during his quarter friendship with Kevin Owens run. So they paid tribute to him. Really cool. This is from the 5th line of WWE Pops. So if you're a WWE fan, definitely go check this guy out and pick him up. From the 5th line of WWE Pops, one of the great villains of my childhood as a professional wrestling fan, a guy who had one of the most evil laughs I've ever heard. It's the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. And if you take a close look, he has the $1 Million Championship belt around his shoulder. This guy can be found at any GameStop or FYE. And there's also a white suited version, which is one I would love to have as well. So, but this is a really cool figure. Man, they coming out with them left and right. So, for my WWE fans, it's Ted DiBiase. If you see him, pick him up. With the 14 I just reviewed, brings our total up to 75. We're still building. We are still building. I'm building an empire. And believe it or not, we're 25 pops away from the 100th pop, which will definitely be happening in season 2, so be on the lookout for that. Oh, you thought I was done? No. Not just those 14. I still have more. Let's keep reviewing. From the Captain America Civil War line, it is Brock Rumlow, aka Crossbones. This is a really cool figure. I picked this up at Walmart in Dyersburg. You don't see him very much. Well, this figure anyway, you don't see it a lot anywhere. So it's a really cool pickup. A little bit of background information about him. He's a military expert tactician. He is a expert in many forms of hand-to-hand combat. He's a pilot, master torturer. I mean, this guy sounds like a pretty bad dude, but nevertheless, it's a really cool figure. So let's all welcome him to the Top Pops family. I mean, should I really introduce this guy? Why not? From the Captain America Civil War line, it's the Cap himself, Captain America. The movie version. This is the movie version of him. Again, really cool. Another one I found at Walmart in Dyersburg. Ain't too many of him left. So, if you're a Captain America fan, go pick him up. And I also want you to notice, if you can see it, Cap has his shield in the back. Again, really cool figure. So let's all welcome him to the Top Pop family. For it seems I have an obsession with the Spider-Man Homecoming series. And this is a Walmart exclusive. There's a sticker. Uh, Spider-Man, the homemade suit. Let's take a good look at it. It's the homemade suit. And he's unmasked. A really cool variation of Spider-Man. You don't really see this one out a lot anywhere. I mean, if you do see him, prove me wrong. If you see him in another store other than Walmart, by all means, prove me wrong. Again, a really cool figure. You see Peter, he's... And I like the homemade suit. I don't know if you can see it or not, but he's got the homemade web slinger gloves. And this is pre Tony Stark Spider-Man suit. This is the homemade suit. So you see this guy right here in a store other than Walmart, proving me wrong. I wonder what will happen if I walk in this direction. Well, apparently, if I walk in a certain direction, I end up at a GameStop. Let's go see what's inside. And now, we begin part 2. Let's get it going. 2016 Comic-Con exclusive. Batman vs. Superman, Superman False God statue. Wow. I think this is the first time I've ever seen this one. I picked this one up at GameStop in Mayfield, Kentucky. Shouts out to them for having this one in stock, and it's actually one of the last few on the shelf. So, yeah, I definitely had to pick this up. It's probably the one good thing that happened to the Batman vs. Superman movie. Although the movie was terrible, this is one of the few good things that came out of it. From the Age of Ultron Avengers series, it's Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye. And as you can see, the big blue sticker, limited quantities, $5. So that's how much I paid for this. Really cool. A little bit of background about Hawkeye. He's a master marksman in archery and a master technician and martial artist. So he's very valuable to the Avengers team. Actually, just about have everyone in this set. I'm going to be looking for the Hulkbuster here pretty soon. So another one I found at GameStop in Mayfield. So there's Hawkeye. 2017 Comic-Con exclusive glow-in-the-dark Negatron from the Darkwing Duck series. GameStop, Mayfield. That's where I found this guy. As you can see, those of you that remember Darkwing Duck, this is his rival. He dresses just like him, except darker. So if you see this guy and you are a fan of the Darkwing Duck cartoon, definitely go pick this one up. From the 1960s Batman television show, it is Mr. Freeze. I found this guy in Walmart in Mayfield, Kentucky. Really cool find. You normally see him at GameStops, FYE, Books A Million, places like that. I was lucky enough to find him in Walmart, of all places. So, really cool find. Dr. Schnevel, who was a criminal scientist and an enemy of Batman, was exposed to an instant ice solution, hence the name Mr. Freeze. And he has the original freeze gun. It's a really cool touch. So, you see this guy? Definitely pick him up. From the 1960s Batman television series, it is King Tut. Another one I found at Walmart in Mayfield, Kentucky. There's a little bit of background about this one. This is Professor William Omaha Elroy. He was a highly regarded professor at Yale University. Student protests broke out. He was struck by a rock and he ended up regaining consciousness and was reincarnated as King Tut. This is one of the, I guess you can call it one-off villains from the television show. I could be wrong. If I am, please let me know in the comment section. Again, a really cool find. Another one that you normally find at GameStops, FYEs, Books A Millions, places like that. You know, I was just lucky to find this guy at Walmart. So if you see this one, definitely go pick this one up. I've talked about Jimmy before, and he was featured in the 50th Pop episode. So, in order to protect Jimmy, I went out and bought a case for him. So, this is the first one of the Top Pops family that is in a case. If you are a pop collector, you know, you pretty much know that these cases run about $7-8. You know, I had to get one. So, Jimmy is safe and sound where he needs to be. Will Smith, aka Steve Hiller from Independence Day. And I'm going to zoom in on something. That is the victory cigar from when Steve Hiller and David took down the alien ship in the desert. Really interesting find. This is actually from the first wave of Independence Day figures that are out. There's Steve, as I'm holding here in my hand, along with David and the alien that they took down. This was a really cool find. Found it, and of all places, Walmart in Union City. So if you are a fan of the original Independence Day movie and you love the characters, definitely go pick this guy up. So yeah, remember in the 50th Pop episode where I revealed this guy to be Pop number 50? Well, I took a recent journey to Carbondale, Illinois to a WWE live event, and they had this guy. It's the same Finn Balor figure, just without the face paint. Again, really cool, and it's another variant. $15. This is by far the most expensive one I've bought so far. I gotta keep walking in this direction. Who knows where I'll end up next? Well, apparently if I walk in a certain direction, I end up in front of the Kentucky Oaks Mall here in Paducah, Kentucky. I'm going to go journey in. Well, I just stepped inside the mall. I'm going to walk around for a little bit. Who knows? Maybe I'll find something. See you in a little while, guys. We finished our epic journey. I'll see y'all back at the Pop Kingdom. We got a lot to review. And I just got this in the mail. Wonder what this could be. The man, the myth, the legend, the figure that has eluded me, the crowning jewel of my pop vinyl collection, the one and only AJ Styles. I'm so happy I have this. I had to order this online from Walmart.com, and I'm already in love with the figure. He's got the trademark gloves. Those are the gloves. He's doing his trademark pose. Now, for those of you that are wrestling fans and have been stuck under a rock for about the last 15 years and don't know who AJ Styles is, well, let's see if I can sum up his career. The first ever TNA X Division champion. He's a 5-time X Division champion. 3-time tag champion. 3-time NWA World Heavyweight champion. Won the television title. He also became the second leader of the Bullet Club, where he basically just redefined his career. He came to WWE, and in a short period in WWE, he has become world champion and is currently the United States Heavyweight Champion. So, for my AJ Styles fans, if you see this guy anywhere, you better pick it up. One of the best heels that doesn't get the recognition from the Golden Era, it is the Iron Sheik. Really cool. And this is the later version of the Iron Sheik, as you can tell by his wrestling attire. I'm not even going to make an attempt to pronounce his real name, but we know he was a one-time WWF champion, and we all know who he lost the belt to, the immortal Hulk Hogan. Then he later became a tag team champion with Nikolai Volkov, and that was a really cool heel team. This is a really cool figure. I don't know if you can notice it or not, but his boots actually curl up in the front. So if you're a fan of 80s villains in wrestling and you love the Iron Sheik, definitely go pick this guy up. I don't think this guy really needs an introduction. Let's just go over the basics. He made his WWE debut in 1990 at Survivor Series, where he just dominated. Small fact, his first manager, which a lot of people forget, was Brother Love, and later it became Paul Bearer. Hat, coat, future Hall of Famer. I mean, it's The Undertaker. Then he became just the face of the WWE during the 90s, where this was the time where a lot of guys were leaving and jumping ship to go to WCW. He was the one guy that was there, and a lot of people forget he actually was in WCW. So, Undertaker fans, if you see this guy, you better pick him up. KO, Kevin Owens. And this is actually on my season 2 watch list along with The Undertaker I just reviewed. Really cool. His career spans over about 10 or 15 years. I'll bring you up to speed. He's a former Ring of Honor champion, a former tag champion in Ring of Honor as well. He's a former NXT champion, a multiple-time Intercontinental champion, Universal champion, United States champion. He's pretty much done a lot. As you can see, he's got his signature beard, boots, the trademark KO shirt, Fight KO Fight. Really cool figure. FYE or anywhere else you can find this guy, pick him up. Macho Madness. Macho Man Randy Savage, Purple Tights edition. As you can see, the purple tights. And also comes with the glasses. I just noticed that too. Really cool. Really, really cool touch. The Macho Man will forever be the first heavyweight high flyer. Because he changed the game. You know, where everybody in the 80s was a power guy and, you know, doing big moves. He was doing it with finesse. Flying elbow drop. One of the great top rope finishers in wrestling. Really cool. Really, really cool. And this is actually a variant. If you already have this one, be on the lookout for the orange type Macho Man, which I also have. So for my Macho Man fans, if you see this guy or the orange tights one, pick it up. As you can see, the WWE shelf is full. Looks like we're going to have to keep adding WWE figures as time goes on. Next we have Justice League Flash. Really, really cool. I actually love the suit. I really like the suit. A little bit of background information about the Flash. Barry Allen. It's his real name. He possesses immense superhuman speed, of course. And that's pretty much it. Really cool. This is part of the, like I say, it's part of the DC Justice Heroes series. Pick this one up at GameStop. Again, really cool. If you're a fan of the Flash in the series itself, definitely go pick this guy up. I already have homemade Spider-Man without the mask. So why not get him with the mask? Found this at Walmart in Paducah. And if I'm thinking correctly, I believe this completes the Spider-Man Homecoming series. Again, the homemade Spider-Man suit. Again, a really cool touch. The hood on, the eyes. Just a really, really cool figure. And to quote myself from earlier in the episode, this, along with pretty much the entire Spider-Man Homecoming series, can be found at any GameStop or any FYE. So if you see them, pick them up. The Prince of Asgard himself, Thor. And this is a Thor Ragnarok, which will be in theaters in November. And this is a Hot Topic exclusive. Really, really cool. And this is Thor with long hair and the beard. Really cool. The Thor Ragnarok pops have just come out. So you'll be able to pick those up at any GameStop, Hot Topic, as you can see. FYE, any place that sells pops. Go pick this guy up. To retract my review about homemade suit Spider-Man with the mask, I said it was supposed to complete the series. Well, I ended up finding this guy to complete the series, Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. This is probably my third favorite pop I have. Uh, Really cool, a lot of detail. Just all out awesome. I found this guy at Best Buy, and just so happened to catch him on sale. So, I believe the Spider-Man Homecoming series pops are starting to become limited. So, if you see again any of the Spider-Man Homecoming pops that I've reviewed, pick them up, especially this guy. 2017 Summer Convention exclusive, Baxter Stockman from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this is the Nickelodeon version. Again, really cool. For those of you that don't really know a lot about Baxter Stockman, well, he made his very first appearance in the TMNT series back in the original cartoon. He was in the second episode. He's a genius level engineering expert. He, ain't much to say about Baxter, but again, this is really cool. I love the wings, all the detail. It's a really cool figure. So, and the funny thing about this, I found this at a Walmart of all places, not a GameStop, not a FYE, a Walmart. So this was just random find, and this one actually is the most expensive one I've bought so far. $16 is what I get for this. So if you're a fan of the not only this but just the entire Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series, whether it's the Nickelodeon version or the original version, pick this guy up. And there's a complete look at the shelf. I actually have 102. There was supposed to be a 100th episode for this season, but I just up and counted. I'm up to 102, so I think we're going to pass on that. But I will say this. There's 6 more I haven't revealed, but you won't see those until my Halloween special. There's the episode, and I got to keep walking through those time warps because apparently I get a haircut in the process too. On a serious note, Hurricane Harvey tore up all of Houston, and I want to send my condolences to all the people down there in Houston. To anybody's watching this, if you haven't, you need to go ahead and just, give what you can to the Red Cross. Go to, help those families out. 'Cause, it's going to be a rough time for Houston. They're going to be rebuilding, so, just give all you can to the Red Cross. For myself and the SGS family, we did it. The season premiere is here. So, again, you already know who I am. To the next episode. Peace out. You're still here. Click on something else. Ah, I see why you're here now. It was very simple. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, and you enter for a chance to win this guy, Spider-Man from the Spider-Man Homecoming series. But make sure you live in the US, because those international shipping rates, they're really, really expensive. Now go. And make sure you close all those tabs, because, just shutting your computer down with all those tabs open, that's a really jerk move.